Hey everybody, I'm Paul, and I'm one of the co-founders of Fathom Analytics, the simple, privacy-first alternative to Google Analytics. Basically, what we do is collect stats for your website in a way that doesn't compromise your visitors' digital privacy. And we do this for thousands of customers. So today I want to walk you through a demo, but first I want to talk to you about why you should consider using Fathom Analytics. So the first reason is that we are GDPR compliant, and we have hired the best lawyers and legal minds from around the world to ensure this compliance and to make sure that you don't need to use those annoying cookie banners on your website. The second thing is that it takes a minute or two to set up. So you can go from signing up for a free trial with Fathom to using it on your website and collecting analytics and seeing them in real time in a minute or two. The third thing is that our software automatically blocks bots and spammers, meaning that the stats you see on your dashboard are just real live human visitors. The next thing is that we can track things like UTM campaigns for your marketing, for your newsletters, and you can do things like collect event data for things like button clicks, e-commerce, form submissions, and so much more. The final thing is we have forever data retention, meaning that as long as you're a customer, we will keep your data and you can see it on your dashboard forever. So now that you know why you should use Fathom, let's take a quick look at just a few of the features that Fathom has to offer on our dashboard. And while Fathom is a very simple and easy to use product with a single page dashboard, we have packed so many features into it. So let's get into just a few of the things that you can do. So the first thing you can do is adjust the date range for the data you're looking at. So right now we're looking at the last 7 days. We can look at today, we can look at yesterday, or we can select a date range, a custom date range there. So if we go back to the last 7 days, we can now do a compare. So we can compare it to the previous period or any of these, or select a custom range to compare. So let's look at the previous period. So that means we're looking at the last 7 days of data and we're comparing it to the previous period. And so the compare data shows up as either a gray line on the chart or these little gray numbers on the data here. And then if you want to compare, say, views, you would click views. And so in the chart here, the colored line is the current data from the current period. The gray line is the previous period. So you can click on each one of the totals here and look at the compare range. If you don't want to compare anymore, you can go back and select no comparison. The next thing you can do is adjust the chart data. So you can show it right now, it's automatic, or you can show it hourly, which gives you a bit more granularity on the chart here. You can go back to auto, which is daily for the last 7 days, and you can look at that here. The next thing that you can do is adjust what data you see on the chart. So right now, visitors and views are selected. If I don't want to see views, I can click on it and it disappears, click again and it reappears. If I want to show average time, bounce rate, and event completions, I click them. This is too much data for me, so I'm going to uncheck all of those and just leave views and visitors. The final thing you can do with this bar here, which we call the totals box, is click on people on your site. So this means that there's 39 people currently visiting our website, and if you click on it, we see this purple box here. So these are all the pages that people are on. These are all the places that people are coming from. If you click it again, it disappears. Another thing you can do with the dashboard is change it from showing full numbers here to percentages. So if we go down to the bottom, click percentages, we now see that these numbers are showing as percentages everywhere. And if we want to turn percentages off, we click it again. Say we want to know what the whole number is. So for GDPR, we're seeing 17.2 thousand. So if we want to see the exact number, we mouse over it, and then we can see that it's 17,222, or for visitors, it's 17,878. So the next thing I want to show you is our all sites page. So this is a page that lets you see a bit of data for all of your sites at the same time. You get there by clicking on the site name and then going to view all sites. So on this page, we can see that there are 3 sites on this account. Here's the data for those 3 sites, and then here's the chart. You can still click the totals boxes, and that shows different data on the chart. You can do compares and adjust how the chart is grouped as well. And if you want to get back to just looking at a single site, you can click the name or view site Takes you right back to a page where you can see the site, and you can go between sites by clicking on the name of the site and choosing them from the dropdown. So while I said this was only a dashboard demo, I do want to show you just a few settings that you can adjust with each site. So if we go to settings and then the name of the site, we can do things like adjust sharing. Right now, because this is a demo, it is public, so there's no password. You can create a password for it, or by default, all sites are not shared, so they are fully private. They're only accessible by you when you log into your account. The other thing you can do is track data using the same embed code and site ID, but for multiple domains. So if you enable this, you can see your data by domain and then filter by that domain. You can also change the site name. So in Firewall, you can do things like block certain pages from being tracked, block IP addresses like your own. If you don't want your visits to affect your stats, you can block countries, and you can allow only specific domains. In the Events tab, you can see the events that you've got, and in Manage, you can export your data, wipe the data, or delete your site. So the other thing I want to show you is imports. You can import Google Analytics data, either Universal Analytics data or GA4 data, and you can bring it into Fathom so you can view that GA data in your Fathom dashboard. So why would you do this? Well, maybe you don't want big tech and Google spying on your visitors by adding their embed code to your site, and you want to use Fathom instead. Or if you just want to save that data from being deleted because Google Analytics has stopped making UA data work and will be deleting that data soon, or they might have already, depending on when you watch the video. Or with GA4, they delete the data, so they don't have forever data retention like we do. So you might want to import your data to save it forever in Fathom. So that's it. That's the demo. There are so many more features that our software has, but I just wanted to walk you through just a couple of the main things that you can do if you are a Fathom customer. Thank you very much for watching. I hope your interest in Fathom Analytics is piqued. And if it is, go to usefathom.com and start a 30-day free trial. Thanks for watching.